Cody Rhodes announced for the RAW Netflix debut show, plus some interesting names backstage at last night's AEW Dynamite, and a new AEW signing has been revealed. It's all in the Cultaholic wrestling news right now. Top marks to Cody Rhodes, who really committed to the bit over Christmas and into Crimbo Limbo, where he had the neck brace on.
It's good stuff, wasn't it?
Except yesterday on CBeebies, where he read the story.
You don't want to... No, that was a pre-record, though. Wasn't that? Was done ages ago.
That was live.
You know when I got put through...
He did it live. He finished the story. Spoiler.
I got put through the table by Bully Ray in WCPW, and he was like, sorry, we'll get to the news in a second. I've got an anecdote. Adam's funny stories. And he was like, oh, you got to sell it, kid. Put a neck brace on. I was like, oh, no, I've got to be on reactions tomorrow. I haven't got a neck brace. I wore a towel the whole time that kept falling off. It's one of the worst videos. Anyway, Cody Rhodes.
I wonder who got the power back. So Cody has been back in the mix at the live events, but in a post on his socials, he's announced that he's going to be in Inglewood, California for the Netflix debut of Monday Night Raw. And then he's pretty much all over the place for the rest of the first quarter of the year.
He is. Well, it's all TV stuff that he's going to be doing. Obviously, WWE not running house shows until, I think, the European tour, right?
That's it, yeah. They're having a nice long break from house shows.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. I'm glad that the business is healthy enough that they don't need to be knackering themselves like every day. There was a time that people were working like 300 odd days a year. Hulk Hogan did 700 one year. Anyway, right, he's announced for that show, but WWE themselves aren't announcing him. So this could very well be Cody doing a dark match, as he is prone to do.
I think either it'll be a dark match main event, or we'll see maybe Kevin Owens in the crowd with the world title going, I'm the real world champion, and then maybe have Cody run him off.
It'd be good
just to
do
do something that sort of ties them over to SmackDown.
Yeah, it would be good to see like him. Obviously, it's all about Raw and Raw superstars. So, do you want to put the spotlight on somebody who's not necessarily going to be there that much?
Well, they are with the tribal combat match. Keep in mind.
True. Very good point.
But you don't want to. But in that sense, they're doing that one. But you don't want to do it for loads of other people.
No, I think you're right. He's also announced for all the upcoming SmackDowns, kicking off January 3rd from Phoenix, Arizona, January 10th in Portland, Oregon, January 17th. San Diego, California, and Austin, Texas on January 24th, all SmackDown. But he's also booked for a few Raws as well. Again, these could be dark matches. It could just be him coming out at the end, having a little something with Owens. But Dallas, Texas, if you're going to that show on January 20th, and in Atlanta, Georgia on January 27th as well.
Busy time for Cody. I think it's going to be a big year for him. And all this is leading up to, of course, the Rumble on February 1st, where he and Kev are in a ladder match to determine the undisputed world champion of both belts.
They're making magic at the moment.
They really are. I'm really enjoying the stuff that they're doing. So who will be the world champion at the end of the Royal Rumble? That's one question. Another question we're trying to answer is, who covered Jade Cargill in Jam?
She has posted this picture, as you can see there behind us. She is dripping head to toe in blood.
Jam.
It was unaccompanied. There's no caption or anything. Just a little cryptic update. Does it?
No, of course it doesn't.
I saw this, right? And my mind immediately went to Carrie. Have you seen Carrie before?
Yes, I have.
So I was thinking about that, and I've not seen Carrie in ages. And I was thinking, like, was that about betrayal? Was that about her friends setting her up?
Well, I'm sure Ken Barlow turned on Mike Baldwin.
Pissed off. But it wasn't.
Oh,
was it?
Corey, sorry.
I got it.
Oh, silly me.
But they were just bullies for the most part, weren't they? But I've not seen it in a while. So I mean, this could be her doing some extracurricular activities, because reports have been very conflicting on this. Initially, it was reported that Jade was injured, and then other reports came out that she was just given some time off to work on non-WWE projects. So we really don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so PW Insider saying that she's been spending time in Hawaii with her family as well, but not offering, as you've said, any update on her recovery currently.
If she needs to. If it is a recovery, we don't know.
If it is a recovery.
People were saying like, oh, this is her out for a year, then I saw 3 months, then I saw that like she's just off on her jollies. Good for her.
Yeah, exactly. In terms of when she comes back, I think the big question is, who attacked Jade Cargill and covered her in Jam? Either Bianca Belair or Naomi. They're the prime suspects, aren't they? Or maybe both. Like, Xavier Woods and Kingston both turned on Big E. Maybe Belair and Naomi both did it.
I was thinking Bailey.
Ooh.
No, I like that. I like that. If
We
they both, and then
both
we
did
get
it.
heel tag team champs. I'm well up for Naomi as a heel, and Bianca, obviously. Goes without saying.
That would be a lovely thing. Meanwhile, when it comes to stars on Raw, one particular one has their sights set on the world title.
He does. Jey Uso taking to Instagram with a little post on his stories that simply reads, "I'm going to be world champion 2025-ish." Ish doesn't mean like we would say.
Might be next year.
Yeah. But it's not that. I don't really fully know what ish means, to be honest.
Is it not meant to be like it's day one SH1T?
Oh, is that what it is?
I think, and it's meant to sound, I think, if I've got me cool kid head on, I think it's meant to sound like that swear word, which we can't say because good morning YouTube algorithm. Because if you say it backwards, it sounds like ish.
I never thought of that.
I think it's that.
You might be right. You might be right.
Very trendy.
It's not like we would say, "Oh, I'll see you for coffee at 9ish," is it? It's definitely not that. So he wants to do it. He has vowed to win the world championship in 2025.
Just think, how great is this year that by the end of it, there'll be a WWE World and an AEW World Champion, both whose names begin with J.
Oh, John Moxley.
No! Jeff Jarrett!
Oh, piss off.
Brew! He's coming for the world title! He's going to
certainly
take
is.
out the Death Riders!
Moving on from that
God, Jeff!
nonsense.
Kill the Death Riders!
Obviously, Jeff Jarrett announcing that he signed one last deal with AEW as an in-ring performer last night. A few interesting names backstage at that show. First off, one that maybe not be that surprising. Beth Phoenix. She lives in the Asheville area with her husband, Adam Copeland, or Cope, if you would rather. I wouldn't. But also, Mike Johnson of PW Insider reporting that Samantha Irving was backstage as well.
No,
Obviously, the husband of Ricochet.
Fiance.
No, the fiance. Sorry, jumped the gun there.
Yeah, well, that's it. You don't want to wait till they get the wedding and all that done first. But yeah, so we saw Ricochet involved in that great bit of business with Swerve and the scissors.
A lot of scissors in AEW. It's good stuff. You know what? I'm getting into Little Trev. I really am.
Don't call him Little Trev or he'll stab you with scissors.
No, he'll have a go at me on social media. I won't see it. I'm not on Twitter anymore. Grow up. It's good stuff.
I do like the fact that they've leaned into the fact that people are booing Ricochet and they've just made him just like this wonderful heel character. Yeah. Early days of it yet still, but I just like the fact that he took that emasculation, that ridicule from Swerve, then just turned up on Dynamite and went, stab you with some scissors.
No, I'm all for it.
Brilliant.
He's a dork, but he's a dangerous dork, a double D, isn't he?
He is double D. He was my favourite in Ed, and Eddie. Staying with AEW, new name on the books, and this is a sleeper strong addition to the women's roster. This is
for sure. Viva Van, who you may have seen on Dark. She's done Rampage before. Oh, sorry, yeah, as well as Ring of Honor. She's done New Japan, CMLL. She's been all over the shop in the best possible way. That was just in 2024 alone, working for all those major promotions. So she put a video out on her social media, unboxing a load of merch from AEW, and she said, "I'm so happy to be a part of AEW," making it clear that she has signed a deal. She's not had like an all elite graphic go up, but it's not the first time that we've seen her on AEW or on their radio. She's done a load of stuff. She was back there in what, 2021 was it?
Yeah,
I want to say
summer of 21. She started turning up there, and she's done stuff with New Japan and CMLL as well. She was on Desert Island Graps during the pandemic, and she was great. And if you want to hear her story, do check out that episode. I've stuck a link on socials today, and I'm really excited to see what she'll do. As I say, a sleeper, strong addition to a growing women's roster in AEW.
Good for her. She's not even been doing it that long. I want to say 2018, 2019 is when she started. It's crazy impressive. Her trajectory, she's one to watch for sure.
Speaking of trajectory, there's a lot. There's odds are trajectory is high for this particular name, who is expected to join AEW.
Speedball Mike Bailey. We've been talking about him for a long time now. It feels that way anyway. Since it was announced that he was departing TNA, he is now officially a free agent. That happened on January 1st. Sean Rossap of Fightful reporting that. He's been long rumoured, well, a month or so for AEW. It is a long time in wrestling. It looked like he was going to be part of the Continental Classic. Obviously, that didn't happen, but he is expected, according to Sean Rossap, to be heading to All Elite Wrestling. But he's not the only now ex-TNA superstar who is a free agent as well. You've got Steph DeLanda, Kushida, Aiden Prince, Jade Chung, and Trent Seven, all now available to hire for your wrestling promotion or birthday party.
I think Mike Bailey will be a fantastic addition to AEW.
He's so good. He's so talented, isn't he?
Also, a very good friend of Pablo. There's a nice picture there of Mike Bailey and Vader Scott hanging out with Pablo last year.
Remember to send Piers the editor this time, right? Because last time he went, here's a picture with me and Jeremy Borash. I had to go through his Facebook, scroll all the way back to like 2016 to find this pissing picture because he did a half day. He was off and forgot to do it. There's the picture. Pierce has got it saved now.
There it is, Pierce. I definitely forgot to send you this one as well. If you haven't seen it yet, right now on the YouTube channel, we've got an incredible documentary about Ric Flair.
Yeah, heavy stuff.
Really heavy business, but just a fascinating watch to see all of the darker stuff of the life and times of Ric Flair compressed and condensed into one easy to manage video.
Yeah, basically don't loan Ric Flair money if you want it back. But it's a great true crime thing. It was I don't want to say it was a joy to do, but I'm really, really happy with the video.
Would like to thank Ric Flair for helping us promote that video by getting into a fight with Kari Silkin and going on Busted Open Radio just like him off. Really appreciate you doing that, mate. That was bang on timing on your part. And for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.
Send him the picture, Tom. Send him the picture.
I'm now not going to out of spite.